talking sweets today in the kitchen where we have the Irishman Pub for a special visit, and we're going to be cooking cheesecake, pumpkin cheesecake for the season.
Oh, that sounds great. We also have a very special guest here who we'll be talking to in just a little bit. She's a local rugby coach, but you're going to know her much better as a contestant on X Factor.
We gave a shout out to her and she responded, so
yes.
We're very lucky. But first we're going to talk about a bracelet that is causing quite a controversy here in Western New York as well as around the country. Have you heard of them? Have you seen them? They are these bands and they are saying, "I love boobies." And they support the fight against breast cancer, but some people find them very offensive. In Williamsville, a 13-year-old student was sent to the office when he refused to take his off, and the district cited a previous case involving First Amendment rights and then allowed him to wear it and keep it on. We should also note that the 13-year-old, his grandmother passed away because of breast cancer, and he has an aunt who is a survivor. So he was doing it for personal reasons, and other kids, you know, kind of grasped on. And people are saying that if they're doing it with a passion for fighting breast cancer, then it's okay.
Yes, and I understand. I think it's a very interesting illustration that's been painted here with this kid because it is "I love boobies." It sounds very silly, but it's a very serious cause and it's very serious to him. And it does kind of point out that the "I love boobies" bans do make this very serious issue seem somewhat silly, even though it isn't, but it is bringing awareness, so mission accomplished.
And you know, we were also talking, there are other catchphrases that they're using to sell the bracelets and the t-shirts. My idea, I was just thinking as we were discussing it, if they're raising money for breast cancer research, then I think maybe it's okay any way that they can, because research money comes very far and few between these days. Medical research is being cut all the time.
Yeah.
So, you know, you have to kind of counter what's more important.
Definitely, and I think it's great that this kid is showing his support for his family as well. All right, we found a really interesting video for you. It's one of Drew Stafford's summer workouts, and this video is telling you what he's been doing in the off-season. You know, he tries a whole bunch of different things. I'm not sure if you can hear what he's saying. It's hysterical, though. He's got a bunch of different things. Those are jump ropes there that he's using in an interesting way. He talks about things like the shake weight, doing Zumba, hot yoga, a bunch of different non-traditional sort of workouts you wouldn't expect a Buffalo Sabre to do in the off-season.
I love the cutoff shirt. You know what? He's so dry about it. You actually don't get it. Is he being serious about it until you see him do those kind of silly things?
Well, that's the thing is, you know, for sarcasm to be good, it has that little wink, and he never gives you that wink, so you're like, wait, is he really doing wiggle bands?
Even better, right?
Yeah, it's awesome.
You know, anything to get kids out there to work out and to pass your message on of health.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, try some wiggle bands, hot yoga, Zumba.
Let's see Ryan Miller. We need Ryan Miller in a video.
Yeah, I
with
bet
his
he
new
does.
bride.
I bet they shake weight together. I bet they do.
Or jump rope together. You never know. Okay, we're going to move on now to something we're really excited about today. We were talking about earlier this week about a Canisius rugby coach as well as a player, and she has now made a name for herself nationally. She was on X Factor with her beautiful voice, and we gave a shout out for anyone who knew her, Caitlin Cook, to call us, and she did. And we're going to meet her in just a minute, but we're going to show you what the judges thought on X Factor about her singing.
Wow. That was really, really special. I really like you a lot. Nicole?
It would be an honor for me to work with you in this competition.
Paula?
Caitlin, to me, you have a great individual, authentic voice.
Simon?
When you were singing, you were almost losing control at the end. You controlled it. You took it down somewhere else. And you did something with a song I've never heard before. And that's what I like about you. No more rugby.
I know, right? No more rugby. Caitlin Cook is joining us in the studio.
That's amazing. Simon Cowell gave you praise.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Do you remember that moment while they were all giving you their opinion? What were you thinking?
You know what? It was a little bit of a blur for me, I'll be honest with you, because I came off of that audition and I was just on cloud nine. It was unbelievable, and I do remember now, looking back on it, what he said and everything. But at the time, I was out of it. I'll be honest with you.
But you were explaining to us the whole audition process, and it's not like you just showed up and walked in for your audition.
Well, I can't say that, but you know.
You flew down to Dallas.
Yes.
You stood in line with the thousands of others for how many hours?
For about probably 7 or 8 hours until I got registered. So. It's a long process. It's a huge process. Anybody that's auditioned for any of these shows, they know. They know how much goes into it and how much waiting there is. It's like a hurry up and wait game all the time.
How did you get started with singing?
Actually, well, I started out at 3 years old. My mom, you know, kind of sent me up into the folk group. My dad was singing in it, and she was kind of sick of me crawling up one side of her and down the other. So she sent me over to him, and then I became really serious about it because I won a local radio station, Kiss 90.5's contest, Buffalo Idol, and at 15, and I decided that it's something that I wanted to pursue.
Now, have you done other singing competitions before in the past?
Yes, I have. I've tried out for American Idol.
How did that go?
Oh, it wasn't really good.
Sorry to bring it up.
You know, it's fine. You know, it's a bittersweet moment. It was horrible, actually. I don't know how else to explain it.
Was it the actual
The
whole
audition
process?
is, I made it to the group round of Hollywood Week, and our group picked a horrific song by Rihanna. It didn't fit any of our styles, and we butchered it on national television.
Well, you know what? If you're going to do it, you do it.
No
Maybe
big deal.
prepared you for X Factor.
You know what? It makes the successes a lot sweeter. I will say that. You know, the setbacks, they really do, and that was definitely a setback.
Okay, some people can't kind of, you're beautiful, you have this wonderful voice, and yet you're a rugby player and coach.
Yeah.
To explain that.
There
you are.
Yeah, yeah.
Were you vomiting there?
You know what? No, I could have been. It was a tryout for...
Is that the tryout?
Yes, that's a tryout too. But that picture of rugby was a tryout for a national team. It was rough.
Where did you grow up locally?
Orchard Park. Orchard Park.
Your family still there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, locally, you also do a lot of things. I've actually seen you before playing with a band. Can you tell us a bit about some of the music that you do locally?
I perform about 2 or 3 times a week with the Jamie Moses Band, and we have original music as well. We do a lot of covers too, but we play everywhere. We play at Hardware, we play in Allentown, of course, anywhere, like in South Towns. We're just every week we're there, and I'm still doing that. So.
Well, we're going to all come and see you one time because we're going to say we knew her when.
Yeah.
Just tell folks whatever you can right now. What's the next step and when we can see you?
Well, I made it through the last audition, and I'll be heading to boot camp in LA.
We look forward to seeing it. It's going to be awesome.
Thank you.
Absolutely. What
Thank
is the
you.
song that you're singing?
Today?
Yes, Caitlin's going to
Today?
be singing for us today.
Oh, yes, Back in My Garden by Jamie Moses. It's an original.
I know Jamie Moses. All right, terrific. Look forward to that. That's coming up later on the show. You'll have to stick around for it.
Yep.
Thank you so much. It was
Thanks
a
for
pleasure.
joining us, Caitlin. We're going to go now to our